Good evening, Lyrical Miracles. Thanks, Gareth, for putting these videos together, and I'm recording this one at home in my garden. So what extraordinary times, coronavirus. Perhaps they're apocalyptic times. So there's good things on the other side. Anyway, I thought I'd bring out this poem because it's sort of what I see. I think the world needs to change. I think we need a lot of change, and to get back to living with joy and love and light, and more in harmony with nature and each other. It's called Armageddon. The world is going mad. The cows have gone mad, the dogs are howling, women wailing, and men still fighting, bloody wars raging in blood-gaping wounds of torn, decaying flesh. Families, mothers, children and babies, the fallout of sinful egos overheated and fueled by toxic livers, full of raging chemical warfare. So-called modern life, becoming virtual and voyeuristic games of pornographic warfare in sinning cities. The messages of our Father forgotten, of how love shapes the child, shapes a man and his family for creating positive love, peace and safety, or not. Faith, like Abraham, and Jacob becoming Israel, climbing the ladder to heavenly healing, creating love through consciousness, which is being forgotten. Love is being forgotten, falling short, falling short, falling short. The cows have gone mad, and women's mammaries are drying up for immoral sex and sexual perversions of loveless sex, leading nowhere but war and conflict in their souls, in the cells, in our world, reflecting us. Mammaries, growing cancerous breasts of betrayal of love and life. Carcinomas of fleshly lust joined by man boobs, shriveled balls and wilting penises of confusion. Since when do we know better than nature? Since when do we know more than the Creator, creating creation, evolving life? Since when do we know more than evolution, creating life? Adaptation. Our cells reacting to what is given to them is how they work. Constant monitoring, constant sensing, constant evaluation of life experiences, and scientists trying to prove what we already know in our hearts. If we listen to our hearts, if we listen to our spirit of love, if we listen to the word of the whole life and organic principles, not the scientists giving complicated names to own our body biochemistry, to own the chemistry within and capitalise on solutions, allowing suffering to thrive and prosper for money, to selectively control the masses with unauthorised money transfers, paying to talk, paying to breathe, paying for love, for our God-given right to love. The cows are going mad, being intensely farmed in large chicken cages, pumped with synthetic hormones and antibiotics, fattening you and your burger. The pigs are going mad, as they are little more than grunting caged bacon, and the barely living egg machines in factories of caged boxes with bruised drumsticks and no arnica. Sheep with no shepherd, bleating on deaf ears, and fish farmed fat, pumped pink for fucking profit. What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Nothing? Are we numbed and blind to this abuse, cut off living in denial and plastic-wrapped ignorance? Is this abuse of souls okay? To raise a life only for food that poisons us with shame and gluttony and greed, pumped with drugs, feeding to our children, to our children, to our children. To raise animals only for food and profit, to deny them their freedom and their life, only to kill them and eat them. I vomit at the thought. I vomit at man's ignorance and heartless greed. I vomit at the disrespect for life, creating famine for all. Love never hurts another. Love is never unkind. Love is not a cortisol. God, who is love, will vomit mean choices back with death, anxiety, depression, and death of the happiness we are all seeking. Death of the love, joy, and vitality we yearn for. How can we gain love's spirit with cruelty? Abuse to abuse. Cage the animals to reduce CO2 emissions is madness. The consequences will be death and famine for all. Death of the whole spirit of love. We cannot gain life from sacrificing love. The planet is going mad. The world has gone mad. The soil depleted of natural manures, replaced by chemical warfare, killing the soil and growing styrene cancers, making dry bones with plastic foods, and fish drinking plastic and estrogen waters. Parents going mad. Parents profiting from children in the name of education and civilization, educating them to debt and hopelessness. Desperate despair, desperation, stress and fears. Schools with bars like prisons. And human rights for those who forgot their victims had human rights when they forgot their hue, their loving spirit. Freedom in jail. And slavery in the world for utilities with no utility. A loss of joy, laughter and happiness when man is being mean, when man is not being gentle and kind. I am here to remind, perhaps inform, that love is not a cortisol. Wake up, man and woman, and all in between. Wake up before it is too late. Wake up in order to stand up on two legs. Do not devolve into sin and hell in your hindbrain, your reptilian brain, your monkey brain. Creating your own holograms of fears caged. What holograms taught you fear? Come on, wake up. Stand up for love and abundance and the good that is here. Wake up to all that is sustainable, with love and positive thoughts, with faith, the assured expectation of the things hoped for, the evident demonstration of the things not yet beheld, the assured expectation of good. Wake up before it's too late. Wake up. We are the ones to make this world beautiful and kind. I am here to remind, love is not a cortisol. The world is going mad. People are getting mad. The world is going mad. The people are rightly mad. The world is going mad with too much stress on good people. The world is going mad. Love is not a cortisol crying for the end. The end is nigh. The end. The release of the endorphins, the dopamine, the serotonin, the oxytocin, the anandamide, binding our blood in marriage with love, which is always positive. The endorphin is the end. The endorphin is the beginning of the word endorphin, his love in our blood, the beginning of freedom from stress and sin. The end is the beginning of his promise. The end is the beginning, for look, I am making all things new.